Alright, family, I'm running late. Jumping the stream off. So y'all not hearing what they hearing in everywhere else. But I am trying something new. We're gonna work it out. So I'm having real problems with my video cams, with my phones. They're not working. So I have to try to figure out what I'm gonna do. And man, oh man, oh man, this is taking up a lot of time. I've been on there since 7 o'clock trying to figure it out. And I still have to send out the messages to make sure people get on. Oh my God. Moving slow. Alright, I am sending out the black signal, or at least I'm putting it together. I should have had all this ready, but I was trying to make sure that I was able to I wanted to string through my camera, but of course my camera didn't cooperate. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to give me a higher grade now my camera's bugging on me. So I'm gonna have to go in and change some of the settings. There you go. Alright, so I'm sending out Travel Quotes time. Join us live on GNJmedia.live. Listen in on Spreaker, or the Black Line is also open at 614-260-7150. GNJ Journey. So nothing is showing up on YouTube. Oh, there you go. Check one. Alright, family. We are up. We are live, man. Oh, man. It has been a nightmare. Oh, my God. I've been trying to get at y'all. Man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. And it's been a monster trying to get at y'all, man. So I'm not even going to play. I'm not even going to play the intro song. But I do want to welcome you to the Congregation of the Mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Of course, you know there's a Heart of a Simba production, and we are on Tribal Quotes. Of course, you know there's we strive to blow up all of your old paradigms. Man, oh my God, I forgot to turn the desktop off, but I don't want to turn it off because we are about to go on and do some stuff. We got to do some talking. So, you know, this is the welcome screen right here. Family, I want to thank you for joining us on Gye-Nyame Journey once again. And, oh, Lord, have mercy. So let me go on and adjust this camera. I'm going to fix this camera right now so that we don't have these issues. Configure video. Because this camera is bugging me out. So let's go on and just zoom it out and just leave it alone so it can stay still, right? All right, cool. Okay, good grief. All right, so family, let's go on and make our transition. All right, so as y'all all know, man, the world is going coronavirus crazy, so I won't bother you with too much of the news, but I'm just going to say take the safety precautions if you have family members, older family members, people with compromised immune systems. So, you know, like I said, let's make sure that we're handling our business, right? So, what took Brother Hatim so long today, right? So, I got here about 6:30, 7 o'clock. I wanted to try to make sure that I was able to make everything work. I got my mic set up, right? You can see the mic right there. It's a beautiful mic. But I can't use it right now. I've been struggling with this damn mic. Let me make the picture big. I've been struggling with this damn mic for hours. Right? For hours. I mean, I'm sitting up here. I can't get it to work. It don't want to cooperate. So right now I'm using the HD mic on my Logitech. And eventually we'll find a way to incorporate the mic so that you have quality sound. I might have to just use the mic for the Spreaker podcast because the mic on this is pretty good. You know, I mean, it's not the best, but hell, shit, you know, what is. So family, without any further ado, before we get into our tribal quotes, let's go on and let's take a look at the news feed. I want to take a look at the news feed. Let's transition over. All right, let's get this up. All right, so family, remember we had the Malcolm X Festival coming up. People change, don't give up on our youth. The Malcolm X Revolutionary Festival. I'm about to go and change that. But of course, family, we are asking you to support the festival. And of course, when you support, we always return something to you. You know what I'm saying? As far as actions or whatever. And like I said, you can just go down our timeline and you can see the stuff that we're doing. We're trying to keep you informed. We're trying to make this thing real. You know what I'm saying? So we need your support and we would love your support. And anything that you can give, you can do. But right now, this is Gye-Nyame Journey Power Pack that is available on our Gumroad app. You go to gumroad.com/Malcolm MALCOMX Fest. I know I spelled Malcolm wrong. I know. But if I go in and change it after I sent out 1,000 emails, it'll be total confusion. You can also hit us up on G&J Media Cash, and on our Cash app, we are at G&J Media. I'll post it up for everybody. Let's post it up. Cash app at capital G, capital N, capital J, capital M, media. You can hit us up. You can donate something. Let us know you with us. You know what I'm saying? So we can go ahead and you can read that a little bit. But now let's go down the timeline of Gye-Nyame Journey, because there's a lot of stuff going on in the world that we really, really, really need to take a look at, because right now it is getting crazy, crazy, crazy. Now, as you see, something in social network is limiting your access for the next few minutes. Please try again later. I don't know. Maybe the computer got the ADOS. I mean, maybe the computer got the coronavirus. So going down the Gye-Nyame Journey timeline. All right. So, brother Philip Shock Matthew shared something with me. That's real nice. It's the Happy Films video, and I want y'all to check this out real quick, because this is going to be a movie, and I want to bring this to Columbus. Let's see if we could see a little bit of it. You know what I'm saying? They got the Happy Films. See if we can see the preview. Just a little bit. I could share it with you, because that's, well, you know, we getting down here, Gye-Nyame Journey. I'm getting to a point where we can make stuff happen, right? So here you go, the Happy Films right here. Premiere location, the date, New York, of course, because, you know, most of the people that's on there is in New York. They got something popping off in Detroit. And I'm wondering, hey, well, we can't get nothing popping off here in Columbus. So let's go look at this preview real quick.
Happy is the name of the water which gives life. It is a principle of life-giving.
The Nile was the source of Egypt. The Nile was the life of the Egyptians. The Nile was sacred and the most important element for the unification of the two lands, Upper and Lower Egypt.
In our effort to understand or to search the role that economics play in the development of civilization, we came here to modern-day El Kab, or ancient Nekeb, and we're here at a tomb by a man known as Subik-Nakht.
Initially, people traded, and they traded goods and services, and when they didn't have necessarily the things that they wanted to trade, they developed a currency, cowrie shells on the African continent, other tokens.
Economics first starts with the relationship between people.
West Africa does have a direct link to the Happy Valley. And we know that linguistically, first of all, starting with the work of Dr. Diop, we see that many West African languages are related to Medu Necher.
We are one family. We are one people. We go forward together as one people. We are each other's strength. We are each other's hope. We have no other hope nor strength outside of Almighty God and ourselves. So when we look around at each other, we should see ourselves in the face of each other.
The role of economics in the development of civilization. I'm looking forward. Hey, I'm just like, yo, why can't we bring that to Columbus? Man. Nah, I can't get out. They won't let me out. How I get out? Somebody help me. Help me. How do I get out? Okay, there we go. Let's get out. All right, cool. We out of that. We can stop it. All right, so y'all saw that. I wanted to make sure I shared that with you, because, like I said, that's something we could bring. Hell, I mean, like I said, if it's popping off around the Malcolm X Festival time, why not, show that? Because, we talking about building civilization here. All right, coronavirus hit. In Italy, we know that it's tearing Italy up. Italy closes bars, restaurants, and most shops as coronavirus death tolls jumps to 30%. And what's going over there looks a lot like at the beginning of what was happening over there. It's starting to look a lot like it is over here. So right now in Columbus, Ohio, I can speak for, let's say, I heard through the state of Ohio, schools will be closing. Tomorrow is just basically going to get work. But family, this is the important piece about the coronavirus, because there's several articles in here today that we're going to be talking about. Follow the protocols. Wash your hands, right? Try not to, be touching your face all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Protect yourself, because this is the issue. Some of you might be running around talking about black folks can't get it, but black folks can carry it. And some black folks don't have strong immune systems. So when you expose them to stuff that their immune system is not ready for, it will kill them. So we talking elders and we talking babies. So do the protocols. You know, wash your hands. Keep your hands away from your face, because even if the disease will not affect you totally, because some of you are super, right? Some of you are super. Remember to wash your hands. Remember that if you feel any type of symptoms and stuff like that, kind of isolate yourself so that this don't spread. The dangerous part about this coronavirus is that, first off, they can't even tell if you got it until you sick now, because America is so far behind in all of that. But you can have this disease, you can have this virus and not know it for weeks and be spreading it, because your immune system is fighting it. So it's still the virus is trying to using your body to recreate itself and spreading. So you can be a spreader and not even know it. That's the danger. That's the danger of this. And there's no signs for people to really know that you got it, other than what you usually get around this season, colds and coughs and stuff like that. All right. Now, behavior of a single-cell organism may have just unraveled the biggest mystery of the universe. So what they're talking about is slime modes. And this goes into when we were talking about in the morning, the Hermetic laws. One of the Hermetic laws is the law of correspondence. As above, so below. As below, so above. Right? And we need to go on and pop-ups. I wonder if this is why. Alright, so for those that might want to call in, yeah, let's let them slide. You know what? And since I got the virus protection, that might be what's stopping me from live streaming. So I need to go on and see about that. I just thought about that. Right? It cuts off my stream. So I need to go on and check that out. But the slime mode. So let me put up the number for those that might be viewing, that might want to join the conversation tonight. The number 614-556-4535. Once again, that number is 614-556-4535. All right. New Tropics. I'm on it. It's research time. Buzz without booze. Meet the millennial entrepreneur serving up alcohol-free euphorics. And shoot. If I could find a healthy way to get a buzz on, and I can help y'all get a healthy way to get a buzz on, we can do it. But stuff like this, we can encourage our young people to, start looking into it. I mean, it's a science, right? Can you create a buzz in a human body without necessarily the ill effects of alcohol, right? Without the ill effects of drugs. Can you, in a sense, allow people to sense a sense of clarity, a sense of calm, without necessarily exposing themselves to alcohol, or the dangers of alcohol and drugs? And hey, if that's possible, shit, and bro, it should make me feel good. All right, but let's go on. Look how much Boston Dynamics bipedal robots have improved in 10 years. Family, I want y'all to look at this, because I am very concerned. This shit scared me when I seen it. So we're gonna go to it. I just want y'all to see this for yourself. I couldn't believe it when I seen it. Where is it at? See, this is one of those on the left, tethered robots from 2019. They ain't even got the picture. Where they at? All right. Look how much it improved 10 years. All right, y'all ready? Well, I don't want to scare y'all, but y'all about to get scared. Because this shit, I want us to talk a little bit about this, because this shit is coming, and family, we need to get ready for this. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't going to just be running from police no more. You're going to be running from robots, right? You know what I'm saying? When they want to break up some stuff in the crowd, you're going to be running from roadblocks. Oh, here we go. Now I'm back on that. They playing games here, family. I apologize. They playing games with Brother Hatim. That's cool. I ain't concerned. We gonna get it. All right. Oh, here we go. They showing. Would you look at this shit? All right, this is in 2009. Now this the advanced motherfucker here. Look at that. Look at that shit. Look. Can you imagine something like that chasing you? And this is just 10 years. Look, this motherfucker could barely walk on the treadmill. Look. He's about to fall on the treadmill right here. But look at this. Look. Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, like, he jumped on blocks. Hell with the conveyor belt. He like, man, look at this shit. Family, we got to get ready for this. This is real. All right. We're going to cut that off. We're going to move to the next article. All right. So I just want y'all to be ready. All right, we got to get ready. Facebook is currently experiencing an issue with trafficking. All right. The Dow plunges 2,300 points. Stocks in meltdown as panic selling continues. Now, a lot of people are panic selling their assets and getting hard stuff like gold and stuff like that. So, family, this coronavirus is a little bit bigger than just a cough. We're talking employment. And then we need to also talk about the fact that with the coronavirus, they suggest that you stay home, right? If you feel any type of sickness. But how many of y'all can afford to stay home? How many of y'all can really afford to stay home for 2 weeks? No pay. I mean, this type of stuff we really got to be thinking about. This type of stuff we got to start discussing. You know what I'm saying? How do we make it? How are you supposed to, how do we make it through a pandemic like this without any wealth? Wealth is what you sit back on. I know a lot of y'all going to go to credit, but that's a big difference because that credit is going to come back. It's going to bite you in the ass because it's going to cost more. And we don't know how many more pandemics is popping up because I got some more articles for y'all that I want to run through. They got an update from the 1619 Project. Go and check that out. There's an argument about the reason that America got into the Revolutionary War. You know what I'm saying? One of the many reasons was so that they could maintain slavery. A lot of people don't want to accept that, but we have to remember that slavery is part of the fabric of America, and we can't allow people to escape that just because it makes them feel uncomfortable. We got to be able to have these discussions, not only with our children, but with other adults that we are engaged with on a daily basis, whether they black, whether they white, whether they brown, because people need to understand, and we need to speak about it so that we can start developing an attitude of never again with us first and no one else. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, we need to go on and have the conversation so that we can start getting people to understand. And let me say this. Understand that there's a debt owed. The chairs that you're sitting on, the expressways that you drive on, you know what I'm saying, the bridges that you drive over, some of the medical procedures that you are receiving, you know what I'm saying, come from us. Not only in us inventing, but us being experimented on or us doing the dangerous work. Because we're a commodity. We were seen as a commodity. In many ways, we're still seen as a commodity. See how a lot of these elected officials are dealing with us. They deal with us as a commodity and not people. You know what I'm saying? My black people are going to come out and support me. Black people are going to come out and support me. Something you use, but you never replenish. Those days are falling behind us quick. So, now this is an interesting article, even though I'm going to click and see what pops up. But in this article.
Well, the first thing I want to point out is that this virus did not originate in the United States. It originated in Wuhan in Hubei province in China.
So China is saying that America created this virus and unleashed it in China to slow down their economic growth. This is why when China is talking about they're getting the cases down, I don't believe them. China about that money. They want that yuan, they want that ruble, they want that dollar, they want that gold, they want that money. So go on, listen to this.
China. It originated some time ago. Unfortunately, rather than using best practices, this outbreak in Wuhan was covered up. There's lots of open source reporting from China, from Chinese nationals, that the doctors involved were either silenced or put in isolation or that sort of thing, so the word of this virus could not get out.
Now, the worst part about this is that China lie, America lie, and we're put in a position where we don't know who to believe. Does this thing come from black bat soup or from a fish market? Or was this created in a laboratory in Wuhan? Or was it created in a laboratory? We don't know who to believe because everybody is lying. So let's go and finish listening.
It cost the world community 2 months to respond. And those 2 months, if we'd had those and been able to sequence the virus and had the cooperation necessary from the Chinese, had a WHO team been on the ground, had a CDC team, which we'd offered, been on the ground, I think we could have dramatically curtailed what happened both in China and what's now happening across the world. So, that's how it started. The president took very bold action when we realized the extent of what was happening, and we stopped air travel coming in from China. There were 20,000 people a day coming from China.
Now, you heard that. About 20,000 people per day fly in from China. We have big business relationships with China. And like now, I want y'all to take this out of the Great Pumpkin stopped like a lot of international flights, except for the ones that will get you close to his resorts. This motherfucker, man, the balls on this mother. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Well, we're going to stop, people from flying in, but that's going to affect your hotel. What? Well, they still can fly, long as it's close to my hotel. We got the Donald Trump. We got the vaccine for the coronavirus at our hotel. We call it the Trumpster. Inside China high-stakes campaign to smear the United States over the coronavirus. Here we go. This was the article. This from Fox News. So China is launching a campaign to smear the United States over coronavirus. Let's look at this and see if we can find any hidden truths. If you listen to the Chinese state-run media, you think President Trump went to China and released vials of COVID-19 on groups of unsuspecting men and women and children. Beijing has been bending over backwards trying to convince the world that the United States, did y'all see that? That the United States is the real culprit behind a quickly spreading virus that has already claimed more than 4,600 lives across the globe. And I know a lot of y'all like, those are small numbers. We only heard about 3 being diagnosed with the disease in Ohio. But remember, the tests here in America, we don't even know how to test for it yet. So right now, they're trying to produce a test so that they could find out whether you got it, where they could diagnose you prior to. You know what I'm saying? But you got a lot of people walking around that possibly may have the virus, that don't know they had the virus, and it's spreading around. So if 10 people in Ohio had a virus and they come into contact with 6 people per day, you know what I'm saying? You got 10, and that 10 run into 6 per day. You know what I'm saying? That jumps to 60, and then that 60 run into 6 per day. That turns into 60 times 60, which is 3,200. Then that 300, yeah. 60 times, that's 320. That 320 runs into 6 more people. That turns into 192. I don't know, but y'all know what I'm saying. It grows fast. I should have had my calculator out. I should have did the numbers. I wasn't thinking. I should have did it in the 6s. In the 10s. That's already claimed more than 4,600 lives across the globe. It's a high-stakes strategy for the Asian nation, the nation fighting to keep the superpower status amid. See, because they are more concerned about keeping their superpower status rather than dealing directly with the disease. That's why I'm saying China's about the money. So any news that's coming out of China cannot be trusted because they need to maintain their space as a superpower. Right now they are taking a financial hit because I want you to just look at the business numbers here in America. What's going on in America? What's going to happen when all of these things start shutting down? Right? Schools in Ohio are shutting down on Umoja. Excuse my language. I hold push-ups. Schools in Ohio is going to shut down on Umoja. Now, family, we got to think about how this is going to hit some of our families. Because some of these children eat breakfast 5 days a week at the school. You know what I'm saying? They eat lunch at school. This is going to put an extra burden on the family for at least the next 2 to 3 weeks. And what we have to understand is that we are not prepared for something as a group, for something on this magnitude. We are not. And on top of that, we got a virus that is hard for us to tell. So even if you wanted to help people, you may hesitate from helping people because it's going to put you at jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? You might want to take babies some lunch. You know what I'm saying? Or set up a lunch program for the kids for the children while they're out of school. But you don't want to put yourself at risk. You know what I'm saying? We got elders with extra time to say, because like my daughter was coughing, and so I had her leave school early. But anyway, the point is, I'm not taking her over to my mom's house so my mom can watch her. Hell no. You understand what I'm saying? So right now, what we are dealing with, something on a magnitude in which we have never dealt with it. Where now it's going to be hard for us to even gather as a community with all these, because this is one pandemic. This is one virus that has wreaked havoc all over the world. With climate change and with things thawing out and popping up, we got biological engineers out there fucking with shit. We don't know what's next. So this is a test run, really. Are you prepared? Do you have water? Do you have food? Do we have food? Can you drop food off at somebody's house? Can you watch out for somebody's kids from a distance? Or do you, or are all of us spread out all over Columbus? So, our kids could be out running around exposing themselves needlessly. All right? But now, China is saying, let's see what China's saying. It's a high-stakes strategy for the Asian nation, fighting to keep its superpower status amidst the national lockdown and palpable anger over claims that Wuhan, China, the epicenter of the coronavirus, at first covered it up, triggering a worldwide health economic crisis. So right now they said, China, y'all fucked up because y'all covered it up. And China said, no, we didn't. Donald Trump dropped it off in the fish market. The Chinese government has already published a book in English with translation and works in French, Spanish, Russian, and Arabic, touting its handling of a deadly disease, a battle against epidemic. China combating COVID-19 in 2020 is a mishmash of glowing state media reports on accomplishments of the President Xi Jinping, the Communist Party, and the dominance of Chinese system in fighting the crisis. At best, China's aggressive new campaign can be chalked up to the ambitious propaganda At worst, it's a reckless display from the country that has actively misled the world while working overtime to save its own skin. Foreign affairs expert Gordon G. Chang told Fox News. Chang believes Beijing has been laying the groundwork for a PR attack against the United States for more than a month. First, by throwing doubt on the origin of COVID-19, and second, by slamming America's handling of previous diseases like the swine flu, which decimated China's pork industry. On Thursday, Chinese Foreign Minister spokesman Zhao Lijian tweeted that the U.S. military might have brought the coronavirus to Wuhan. When did patient zero begin in U.S.? How many people are infected? What are the names of the hospitals? It might be U.S. Army who brought the epidemic to Wuhan. Be transparent. Make public your data. U.S. owes us an explanation, Zhao said. Damn. All right, we're going to stop there. China ain't fucking around. It's like, we ain't do this. It ain't come from us. Y'all made that in a laboratory trying to slow us down. Permanent magnets stronger than those on the refrigerator could be a solution for delivering fusion energy. For those that don't understand, fusion energy is the same way that the sun produces energy. And what they're working on now is methods that on the planet Earth to be able to fuse these elements so that they can release energy without any leftovers, without any dangerous leftovers. Because with fission, they cut the atom, they split the atom, and there's a nasty leftover after that takes millions of years to dissipate, millions of years to disappear. But with fusion, there'll be none of that, right? So what they're trying to do is create fusion energy. Now, family, talk to your babies, let them know about ideas like this so that you can start sparking their imagination. Because fusion energy, which they say we may have in the next 5 years, is going to change the world. One of the biggest expenses that most of us have is energy. Whether you're cooling your house, whether you're heating your house, whether you're sitting on your computer with lights on so that you can be seen, whether you're using a Blue Yeti microphone or on your computer right now, you are burning energy. Now, what happens when that energy becomes dirt cheap? What happens when you can turn on the light for almost nothing? Leave it on as long as you want. What happens when you can run your computers all the time? Not have to worry about a high electric bill. If you even get an electric bill, of course they're going to find a way to put a meter on it. But the point is, it's a limitless amount of energy. And it's going to be cheap. And if we are able to get some of our young people in that market, we could go and have an influence on that market. Or maybe even come up with an invention that will open this market. And now that we got some sense, take control of it. All right. So that's all I have for today. Saudi Arabia doubles down on threat to flood the oil market. So during the coronavirus, everybody is trying to move in and take over. So now the big issue is, they saying the bad news is that Russia is separating itself from OPEC. And they're not going to keep the agreement. They're going to produce more oil. And now Saudi Arabia is saying, fuck that. You going to produce more oil? We think you've been doing it anyway. We're going to produce more oil. And they're going to flood the market. What happens when they flood the market? The price drops. That's good for you, possibly. But it's horrible for companies. And they're going to make sure that you fill it at the pump. Even though they got more oil, they're going to find a way to make oil and gas and other products come from it. They're going to find a way to increase the price so that they could keep their very large profit margins, which they had since 9/11. 9/11, when that happened, it allowed the gas or the oil industry to basically raise the price and keep the price raised. I can remember when gas was 98 cents. I remember the last day I drove and I was going, okay, it'll be there tomorrow. And I came back, it was $1.50. Messed up my life. Messed up my life. 911, you made it hard for hustlers all over the world. World Health Organization declares the coronavirus outbreak a global pandemic. Global pandemic. It's global now, family. They ain't playing. They ain't playing. Coronavirus ain't playing. Coronavirus is serious. All right? So now, family, what we're going to do, we're going to get off of this screen. We're going to go to our other screen. And we're going to talk about our folktale for grown folks tonight. Real quick. Because I got to get up early. We got a emergency meeting at the school. This is that African Openers to the Tree of Life. This is one of those essential Gye-Nyame books. This is essential. This is a Gye-Nyame essential book. You know what I'm saying? Members of Gye-Nyame have to have this book. All right? So, family, listen. Let's go. We are on the second set of 3. And I'm going to read. I'm on page 8 for anybody that had a book. Human beings shape their destinies according to the relationship between an outer and inner head, say the knowledge holders. Number 2, it's the human being's inner head which brings relief, say the knowledge holders. The human being should consult first the inner head, say the knowledge holders. The inner head will lead the human being to the proper source. Last, only the inner head will accompany a devotee on a long journey without turning back, say the knowledge holders. So what I'm going to do is I am going to grab my pen and we're going to cover these one at a time because some of these are broken down. So this time, it's going to take us a long time to get through this. But we are on 3, 12, 20. I need to get out my Gye-Nyame Journey notebook. Hold on. Is my notebook up here? Sorry, Spreaker. I know you falling and you can't get up, but I'm going to lift you up. All right. So, I have my Gye-Nyame Journey Diary. I'm going to open it up. Family, you can get this at GNJmedia.live. Once again, that's GNJmedia.live. They're not that expensive. You can keep up with us in our book. Keep up with us when we doing our Proverbs and our folktales for the weeks. The summertime is coming up. And we're going to increase it. And with this next 3 weeks, we're going to be able to move a little bit faster through this book because maybe some mornings we'll get up and we'll talk about the proverb. So what you do is, like, it's blank on the inside. What you do is you write down the proverb. You scribe the proverb. What does scribe mean, Brother Hatim? That means you're basically going to copy the proverb down. We're on the first proverb on page 9. Got it labeled 3:12:20. Human beings. I'll write it later, but you write it down, and then you write down your personal interpretation. What does this proverb say to you, family? And what I am telling you is this is crystallized wisdom. Crystallized wisdom. Your ancestors were wise, 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 wise. Wise, wise, and a lot of the answers to a lot of the problems that we face right now are already here. So you can use your book to keep track of it so that when we have discussions, and like I said, once you're in the tribe, you're going to be held responsible for being able to discuss some of these proverbs. All right. So we're going to start with this one. Human beings shape their destinies according to the relationship between the outer and inner head, say the knowledge holders. Human beings shape their destinies according to the relationship between the outer and inner head, say the knowledge holders. Now, so our ancestors didn't necessarily believe in faith. I ain't gonna, cause you can't say all for nothing. So I'm not gonna say all. But many of our cultures didn't believe in faith. You know, we were given the freedom to be able to develop and create our own destinies. And in creating these destinies, we have an outer head and we have an inner head. And when we align these outer and inner heads, we form a powerful destiny. We form a destiny that changes things. Human beings shape their destinies according to the relationship between the outer and the head. We shape the destiny according to the relationship between the outer and the inner head. Now I got my hand on my heart, right? We got an outer head where we deal with everything around us. We also have an inner head, which, you know, you can't, it really can't be described. You know what I'm saying? But we know it's there because we hear the voice. And our destiny is shaped by the relationship that you have with this voice right here and this voice right here. We have to find a way to balance it out and to be able to use both of them when we are dealing with problems like this problem we got with this coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? Because my heart is like, you know, everything gonna work out, but my head is like, oh shit, we gotta get prepared. We got water, we got this, we got that. What do we have? You know what I'm saying? And often many of our lives are messed up because there is a constant struggle. There's a bad relationship between the outer and the inner head. And the challenge that I want to give you, family, is to balance that relationship, to find peace in that relationship. You know what I'm saying? And like some of the methods we do, like just the simple thing that we do as far as toasting the ancestors. And I know a lot of y'all like, well, you're not into that. Okay, cool. You're not into that. You know what I'm saying? But what about when we get to the point where we toast the moment? And we're talking about toasting the moment.
Came back from a search.
Okay, Google. Thank you for listening. But anyway.
Here's the matching video.
Wow. Okay. You know, Google trying to listen into what Brother Hatim talking about. But when we have our calendar, which will be in, if somebody remind me from the family, the up-to-date calendar will be in the latest newsletter that we're gonna bring out. But in there on a daily basis, we talk about the principles. See, because what the principles, by you following the principles, what it does, it helps you train this outer head, because this outer head is constantly being bombarded by others and different ideas. And this outer head, a lot of times, starts learning how to cut off the inner head, because the inner head kind of slows down what goes on up here. This right here is looking for facts. This right here is looking for tangibles, and the heart, in a sense, is looking at the essence. You know what I'm saying? And by us practicing our principles, what we do is we get our mind to start slowing down and start teaching it to start accessing the heart. Truth. Unity. Self-determination. When your mind says stop, you know what I'm saying? The heart is accessing the principle. Right? Self-determination. I'm determined. Right? Regardless of what other people say. When we are able to bring the heart, my fault, and the mind, the outer and the inner head into alignment, we become powerful. It's sort of like taking some of the sunlight with the magnifying glass and focusing that energy. Our energy is scattered. Our energy, as a group and as individuals, our energy is scattered. And because it's scattered, right, it's not effective. It's not effective. Right? So what the principles allow you to do is it allows you to help not only align the outer and the inner head, but it allows you through your actions to intensify your personal power. So when we're talking during the daily toast in the moment, we're talking about the power of the moment, and we're trying to bring ourselves into that moment fully, our outer head and our inner head into that moment, and we're focusing on the principle of the day, the principles. Like today, we was on Gye-Nyame. We were on reciprocity. We were on gratitude. We allow the heart and the mind to align on one subject. Because during your day, the goal of the world is to keep you off balance and unfocused. To keep your outer head and your inner head from being able to align. And many of us fall for that shit. I fall for it sometimes. Right? Shit, really, a lot of the time. I'm a work in progress. And that's where I should put up it's real life in Gye-Nyame journey camp. It's real life in Gye-Nyame journey. Right? Because we all going through it. Right? And as a group, we're going through it. Can we align our outer and our inner head as a group? Because just like the article I showed you about correspondence, as above, so below, family, I want y'all to understand, there's your consciousness, and there's a group consciousness. As above, so below. Right? What's going on with our group consciousness? Our group consciousness is fractured. The inner head and the outer head of our collective consciousness, of our collective body, of our collective being is scattered. We're focused on everything but aligning them. And in order for us to do that, we first have to get into who we are. We got to get into us as a group first. Like, for example, in order for Brother Hatim to really, really get into and align my inner and outer head, I got to do some personal work. Now, some of my personal work is internal work, but it's also going out and helping others. But it's not all helping others. A lot of that work is personal work, stuff I got to do, pulling out my book, doing my writing, focusing in at work, looking and intently trying to practice to listen to some shit that I don't want to listen to. Personal work, personal struggle. But then there's other times where I have to give of myself. Right? But far as our collective being, what we are doing is we're doing a lot of just giving of ourselves without doing the personal work, without doing that personal work within our collective being. So our outer and our inner heads never align because we have never started doing that internal work as a group. Some of us are super spiritual. Some of us are super connected as an individual. But family, let me tell you something. You can be as connected as you want as an individual. Don't matter. Don't matter. And I know a lot of y'all gonna disagree with me because this system needs you to disagree with me. It needs you to believe in rugged individualism and I could do it all on my own mentality. That shit ain't real. It ain't real. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been duped. It's a group effort. Group power. Let me see something. I want to see if my mic is in tune with my mouth. So family, I won't hold you up anymore. Plus, I got to get up early. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut it down. I will see you in the morning. It shouldn't take me that long because I'm going to use my little, I'm starting to like this little webcam. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just use my phones for other type of productions and stuff. So I can leave my main driving computer at home. And I think I'm going to hook my mic up and start streaming. Shit. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with this mic now, since I can't really plug it into this. Damn! I was so excited. But it is what it is. Hopefully y'all can hear me clearly. Hopefully I don't need the mic. But yo, I want to thank you for joining us, family. And I want to remind you that you are standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. What'd you say, girl? I couldn't hear you. That's a little bit better. Of course, you know this is a Heart of a Simple production. And this has been the Tribal Quotes. Why are you whispering? What's going on with you? Well, we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Alright, family, I'll see you in the morning. I'm getting up, about to get up. I gotta get my girl stuff ready. I gotta be at school by 8 o'clock. Alright. So, let me do a little experiment while we at the end here. Can I? I could record while I stream? Oh my God, I have to go and check that. I'm going to have to go check that. We're going to pause. We're going to stop that recording real quick. Oh my God, that is beautiful. All right, so family, I'm up. I'm out. Y'all take it easy. All right, family, I'll see you in the morning. Getting up to get up. I gotta get my girl stuff ready. I gotta be at school by 8 o'clock. I don't like that. All right. So family, I'm up. I'm out. Y'all take it easy. shit. I don't have to put it in there. I could put it in here. But they still will hear it. They will hear everything. Because I ran almost everything through here. Except for that.
Dude.